Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Tavle Joshua, and the registrar of the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management. And today we are in day 4 of the 1 month professional diploma training in peace and conflict management. This is a free professional diploma training offered by the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management to our followers on Facebook and on YouTube. Today, I'd like to welcome all of you for another segment of the training and also to appreciate those of you that have been so committed and dedicated to taking time to join us to be part of what is happening here. We appreciate you, your dedication, and your commitment to this training. Um, so, your efforts are quite commendable, and we welcome all of you for today's training. So, thank you very much for taking time to join us. We are grateful that you are here and that you are going to be part of what is happening here so that together we'll be able to promote peace and achieve peace in our communities. All right, so today we're going to look at a lot of things because we'll be looking at uh, several issues that has to do with conflict resolution and conflict management, right? And I hope that you are going to follow up and be part of what is going on. So you let us know what you are hearing me saying in the by way of paraphrasing in the comment section, saying what I'm saying, or rather saying what you understand from what I'm saying. So both on YouTube, on Facebook, you can be able to do that. Now you can also do way to share the link with someone, invite them to be part of today's training, or also to be part of this program. We are still at the early stage. Anybody can still join, but by and large, you will have to, also share it with others to also join, and also place it on your wall, inviting them, your followers or your friends on Facebook to also take part in the training. Let them know that it's free and they will not be charged anything. And for those of you that are yet to get your serial number to get your certificate um, on peace and sustainable result will be out today or tomorrow. And then for those of you that are yet to get your serial number to get your certificate on alternative dispute resolution, I want to encourage you not to be frustrated. Just hold on. Our website is holding back, so um, we I will try to generate the serial numbers tonight myself because I asked somebody to generate it for me. I will try to generate them myself today. So let me see what is happening so that I will know what to do so I get the serial number and download your certificate. So, but I want to sincerely welcome all of you for today's training. So today's training, we're going to look at conflict resolution and management. All right. There's a topic I would have loved to treat today, or I was supposed to treat today, but I jump it because I don't want to treat that topic that way. We're talking about conflict analysis. So I don't want to just discuss that topic here theoretically alone and leave. I want to demonstrate how some of those tools are being applied and how you can use those tools to carry out conflict analysis. So I want to demonstrate it by saying by way of maybe writing on the board somewhere. So maybe I will do that training in my office. So that's why I jumped the topic so that we'll do this one today. And let's see what will happen tomorrow. If I'm able to do it in the office tomorrow, we'll do that topic. All right. So conflict prevention and early warning systems is what we are going to look at today as part of conflict resolution and management. So we're looking at Unit 1 conflict prevention and early warning systems. Conflict prevention and early warning systems. So we'll be looking at what is conflict prevention, what are early warning systems, and we'll look at different subtopics under it. We'll look at the importance of conflict prevention. We'll also go ahead to look at early warning indicators. And then, of course, we'll look at preventive diplomacy. Preventive what? Diplomacy. Preventive diplomacy. So are the things we are going to look at today. So if you are just joining us, you can do well to share the link with someone, invite them to be part of today's training. So let's go ahead and look at what's happening here. Now, we talk about conflict prevention. Oh, no. Oh, we can simply say conflict mitigation, right? Mitigating conflict, preventing the occurrence of conflict. So, conflict prevention is a process of identifying and addressing potential sources of conflict before they escalate into violence or open hostility. So, there are some issues that may possess certain level of threats to peace. So you have to identify those potential issues, those potential sources of conflict, and address them before the conflict even start in the first place. You understand? There are some of these conflicts that are preventable. Like for instance, now people are making noise that we want to go to the street and protest for bad governance. So this kind of notice or protest, certain steps can be taken to prevent the occurrence of that protest, considering the fact that protest in this country is not always peaceful. So no matter how they term it peaceful protests, once they enter the streets, it's going to be a very, very negative one. So now what the conflict prevention says that you identify and address those potential sources of conflict, which of course is a source of conflict. So, but it can be addressed. Do you understand? It can be addressed only if proactive steps have been put in place to address them. So the goal is to manage tensions and prevent the outbreak of violence by resolving underlying issues, promoting dialogue, and implementing strategic interventions that address the levels or the root causes of conflict. Do you understand? So whenever conflict prevention is being carried out, the goal is to, try to address the root causes of conflict, identify them, address them, deal with them. Do you understand? Before they become an issue for you to be battering with it. So let's look at some types of conflict prevention. All right. What are the types of conflict prevention? We have operational prevention. Operational what? Prevention. So this involves immediate measures to de-escalate tensions when conflict appears imminent. You understand? So people are saying, "Oh, okay, we are going to the street to protest against that government." So what do you need to do? Come out and give a national broadcast as a leader. You assure the people that you will do one or two things to reduce their suffering. Maybe you also reduce the pump price of fuel, maybe from 1,000 plus to maybe 800 to 500, giving them assurance that you are working on something to make sure that their welfare and the welfare of everyone in the country is attended to. So by the time you are able to address one issue out of the many that they have raised, then definitely you'll be able to uh, dust off the tension. Do you understand? You dust off the tension. So that's what operational prevention is all about. You know, it helps to dust off the tension, de-escalate the tension. So this can include diplomatic intervention, mediations, confidence building measures, and early warning system to quickly address emerging threats. You understand? So it's very, very important. So operational prevention. We talk about structural prevention. Focuses on addressing long-term issues that contribute to the likelihood of conflict. This includes economic development, social justice initiatives, institutional building, education, and political reforms. So all of this may be some of the problems that we have embedded in our systems. You understand? So efforts can be made to address them. You understand? So when it comes to development, we put in good effort to bring infrastructures into use, provide social amenities to the people, and then also consider their welfare as much as possible. So when this is done, and of course institution being strengthened. Of course when this happens, you experience peace. Do you understand? So let's look at key elements of conflict prevention. What are the key elements of conflict prevention? We have early warning systems. Early warning system, that is mechanism to monitor and detect signs of potential conflict. Because sometimes we see those signs are so glaring, but we just look at and ignore. It doesn't matter, let it happen. So it matters. Take steps to prevent the occurrence. Take a proactive steps to respond to the threats. Do you understand? These systems rely on data collection, risk assessment, and communication networks to quickly alert relevant stakeholders to emerging issues or risk. So it matters. Then we talk about preventive diplomacy. Preventive what? Diplomacy. Diplomatic effort to resolve disputes peacefully before they escalate. Do you understand? Maybe issue of maybe political issues or maybe post-election violence and things like that. So you can respond quickly, carry out diplomatic envoys. When there was coup d'etat in Niger, what happened? Nigeria was making effort, but they made it so wrongly. They were making threats. You understand? You don't use threat. Use diplomatic means to address the issue. You understand? So it took the help of the northern leaders who went there to make sure that tension was not escalated because at the end of the day, it was going to be the north. If the theater of war was going to be in the north, they are going to be the ones to suffer. And you suffer Boko Haram, then you start another one. You understand? So they have to go to Niger, have meeting with the leaders of the military, and what happened? The tension that was hovering around dust off, and then normalcy return, military rule continue, all the shouting, all the ECOWAS and shouting fade. Do you understand? So diplomatic mission was not productive at that time. So socio-economic development, addressing root causes of conflict like poverty, inequality, and lack of access to resources or political representation to reduce grievances that might lead to violence. Do you understand? So economic activities must be in place, provide job opportunities, provide access to finance that people can get money to go and start their own businesses, right? So make jobs available so that young people can get jobs and be engaged. Empower young people with skills. Do you understand? So all of this matters. So talk about institution building and good governance. So you have to establishing fair, transparent, and responsive institutions that uphold the rule of law, protect human rights, and promote accountability to prevent conflicts stemming from injustice, corruption, and weak governance. Do you understand? So you have to carry out institution building, good governance. People must see what is going on. They must know what is happening. They must, uh, that there is respect for the rule of law. They understand. So all of these things apply. Talk about peace education and awareness. Peace education and awareness. So talk about peace education and awareness is also one aspect to to promote tolerance in the conflict resolution skills and social cohesion. You understand? Helping communities manage uh, differences. You understand? So peace education, like those of you that did peace education program, you understand what peace education is all about and what's expected. So programs that promote tolerance, conflict resolutions, and social cohesion can be carried out. You understand? So let's look at some examples of conflict prevention efforts, right? International sanctions and diplomacy, right? When we see that there are potentials of conflict, what do? You carry it international sanctions. So we'll talk about the issue of international sanctions, like okay, the United Nations or America sanctioning Russia, sanctioning sanctioning I- Iran, and sanctioning all other countries that face to be constituting problems. So those sanctions are in some ways help to prevent conflict. Do you understand? So mediation by regional organizations. So mediation by regional organizations, for example, the African Union or Asian Association of Southeastern Asian Nations often step in to mediate in regional conflicts. So can you hear me? So we'll talk about development programs by international organizations, the UN, World Bank, and other works to address poverty and inequality through projects that create economic opportunities. Hello, can you hear me? So let's look at some benefits of conflict prevention. Benefits of conflict prevention: preventing, you know, conflict saves lives, reduces economic and social disruptions, right, and avoid the high cost of post-conflict reconstruction, because to rebuild is not always easy. To destroy is easy, but to rebuild is a problem. It takes billions of currencies to be rebuild, and even where such money is available, it makes life so difficult because recovery is not always fast. Recovery is always slow. Let's look at early warning systems. Early warning system. An early warning system is a framework designed to detect potential threats, risks, or crises at an early stage and provide timely alerts to relevant stakeholders, enabling them to take preventive or mitigative actions. All right, can you hear me? I'm trying to battle with some network issues here. It's affecting my communication. So it's affecting, it's echoing, and then it's just frustrating my progress. So, but let's look at an early warning system. So, early warning system is a framework designed to detect potential threats, risk, or crisis at an early stage and provide timely alerts to relevant stakeholders, enabling them to take preventive or mitigative actions. So, in the context of conflict, an early warning system monitors indicators of instability and escalating tensions. So core components of early warning system. Let's look at some core components of early warning system. One, data collection and monitoring. All right. So for you to be able to have information on early warning system on potential threats that can challenge peaceful coexistence or that challenge the peace of an area, you must have data. You must have relevant data available for you to be able to carry out your activities. So early warning systems collect data from various sources, including political, social, economic, and environmental indicators that might signal rising tension. So any of these can be a potential source of conflict. Do you understand? Any of these can be a potential source of conflict. So these sources can range from government reports and news media to satellite imagery, social media analysis, and community-based intelligence. You know, risk analysis, risk assessment and analysis. So early warning systems uses analytical models and risk assessment to interpret the data, looking for patterns that suggest an increasing likelihood of conflict. So the data you collected, you carry out an assessment and an analysis of that data to determine if there's any potential source of conflict. Do you understand? So, and in case you identify anyone, you address it. You don't just identify and leave it. You identify it and address them. Do you understand? So communication and alert mechanism. So when a risk threshold is crossed, the early warning system issues an alert to decision makers, organization, and sometimes the public. That's why you see the impact of tsunami, you see the impact of hurricanes, but sometimes they come destroy on the property, lives are preserved because of early warning system. People are being evacuated. You understand? Okay. So early warning system is very important. But when you carry out early warning system analysis and assessment, it helps you. And then you communicate based on that. So response and preparedness. An effective early warning system connects early warning to early action by triggering responses from relevant organizations, such as initiating peace talks, dispatching mediators, or mobilizing humanitarian assistance. So you respond to early warning system. People can, the educators, trainers, all of that can go to make sure that the issue is not escalated. So types of early warning system. We have conflict early warning system, focused specifically on identifying and mitigating potential conflict. That's the job of that's what early conflict early warning system is all about. So disaster early warning system. This one address disaster issues. That's environmental and natural disasters issues. You understand? We have health early warning system. Monitor diseases outbreak and the movement of people from cities where the issue has not been reported. During COVID-19, people were moving. Just at some point, they have to stop it because of the danger that was involved. So let's look at some of the examples of conflict early warning system. We have the United Nations Global Early Warning System. All right, United Nations Global Early Warning System. The UN framework that monitors risk of conflict globally, collaborating with countries and regional bodies to share information and coordinate responses. All right. So such efforts are being regarded as early warning system. Challenges in early warning system: data accuracy and quality, timely response, funds and resource constraints. All of these are challenges to conflict. I think we need to pause this trading here. We'll continue from where we stopped today by tomorrow because it's affecting me. I cannot just continue. I'm speaking and I'm hearing. I'm listening back, so it's affecting my progress. The more I speak, the more I hear myself, so it's affecting my flow. It's affecting my progress. So I'm having the feelings that we should stop this training here today. We'll continue tomorrow from where I stop because it's affecting me and it's quite frustrating. Yes, I'm having I'm having challenge with. I don't know that it's network issue or my earphone that is not good. I don't know what is the challenge. Maybe tomorrow I'll get a new earphone to see whether there will be an improvement. Or I will use my other mics that I have. I have some mics, but because um, my phone cannot carry Type B or Type C rather, so that is the challenge. So and only when I'm in the office that we can use the iPhone, and then that one. So let's see tomorrow, please. You people should bear with me, please. Let's see tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll continue from where we stop tomorrow. Because I'm not just going. It's affecting my head, breaking my head.